Brothers and sisters, good evening. We're in some very, very serious times. Very, very serious times. And this is not the time to take the threats lightly. You just heard those clips. And as entertaining as some people may think they are, it's serious, serious business. And I want to ask the question, is that speaker, that Chokolungo, a minister of government in waiting? Is that an MP in waiting? And why is it that when the Labour Party members speak, they can only speak of violence? He ready to kill. He ready to take out people. He ready to point his guns at us in the UPP. And more importantly, he's ready to turn his guns inside the ALP. And when you hear that kind of utterance, brothers and sisters, I want to ask all of you here, and for those listening via the radio, I want to ask those people in St. Philip South whether this is an individual whose mental stability, whose emotional state of being, whose psychological mindset is something we can trust in Antigua and Barbuda. Can you imagine such an individual attending a regional or an international meeting, and when his colleagues don't agree with them, he jump up in his crazy state, mash up the meeting by threatening to turn his guns on them, to kill them, to want to fight war like in Afghanistan? Brothers and sisters, of all the meetings I've attended, I never seen a policeman in a room. And if it's not going to happen, as I say, imagine it's a nightmare, and we were to elect the likes of that kind of individual, is now the woman going to have to say, Antigua gone, gone, gone. And on election day, we must ensure that the likes of Chokolingo, the likes of Melford Nicholas, the likes of Chet Green, the likes of Asad Michael, Robin Yearwood, Max Fernandez, Lester Bird, and the biggest fish, Gaston Brown, are never elected in this country. They're not fit for leadership, brothers and sisters. And we in the UPP, we have been spreading the message to the people across the length and breadth of Antigua and Barbuda that leadership matters now more than ever. As Brother Derek says, they have a lot of gall, they have a lot of gumption. I say they have a lot of brass. Because they thought that they had us cornered when they filing injunction after injunction, lawsuit after lawsuit, appeal after appeal. And now the thing is backfiring. They want to manhandle our Prime Minister and our political leader. It will not happen. It will not happen. The call for the election date is squarely within the Prime Minister's discretion. And when Baldwin Spencer is ready, he will tell us. And in the meantime, we must walk the length and breadths of our respective constituencies to spread the message why UPP must have a third term in the governance of Antigua and Barbuda. Brothers and sisters, when you focus on what our party has done over the last 10 years. And when we look forward into the future, I can assure you that what we have been doing is setting the framework to continue the building of Antigua and Barbuda. Over the last 10 years, those young people among us who did not vote are now eligible to vote. And our party has demonstrated that the investment which we have made in them is ensuring that when we begin our third term, they are possessed with the skills, the knowledge, and the wherewithal to take up jobs which will be coming with the various investments that will begin this year and going forward. Brothers and sisters, you may have heard our brother Massiah speak about this heart program. Everything the UPP does has love in it, has compassion, it's people-centered, and it is intended to benefit the men and women and the boys and girls in Antigua and Barbuda. When we started programs such as the EACH program, which is expanding, we are going to be rolling out the second phase. We, as I said before, are setting the pace for our youngsters to take up opportunities in the vocational trades, because a country has to have a good balance between different types of skill sets. We are not excluding one set of people for a next set of people. We are making sure that we have the balance right. We are making the necessary preparations and investments in tourism, in trade, in commerce, in agriculture, just to name a few. And we will continue to build this Antigua and Barbuda block by block, lumber by lumber, people by people, everybody making a contribution, big or small, because this is our country. We love it. And when you, the people, helped us to rescue Antigua and Barbuda from the vice grip of the Antigua Labour Party, that Assad Leicester party, we began to breathe again. And brothers and sisters, as I've said to you before, is the same Labour Party that changed their characters, but is the same Labour Party. And like we rejected them in 2004, in 2009, we must again reject them in 2014. I want to big up my brother, Harold Lovell, a man of the people, a man of sincerity, a man of integrity, a man who for the last 21 years has done nothing but put the people of City East first. That is the kind of representation you have here in City East. Harold Lovell has built a solid foundation and relationship with his constituents here in City East. And you can't take that kind of commitment and loyalty for granted. And I'm going to tell you something. Let me tell you something. The man who is running against Harold Lovell, he doesn't know what he wants. He's about pure opportunism. Anywhere the breeze blowing and he figure he can get a catch, he hustling there. I want to remind the people of City East that long time ago, Melford Nicholas was with UPP. And then when he get vexed, he can't get what he wants. He say forming his own party, OND. And when the people rejected him right here in the cities, or rural east, or wherever he ran, He said he going to join the ALP. And now he's with the ABLP. It's 4 different parties. Melford has joined. What he really wants. That is a man who doesn't know what he wants. That is a man who stands for no principle. And I want to tell you something else about him, you know. You know he can't keep promises. You know he cannot keep promises. And brother Derek spoke to you just now about resisting those bribes. But I tell you what, I hear you mustn't take no check from him. I hear you cannot trust his checks. I'm not going to say anything else about that. But when you have a candidate, as Brother John said, who wants to follow the likes of Gaston Brown, of Asset Michael, of Lennox Western, who want to kill and take out people, of Chet Tech Green, I have to wonder whether gangsterism is a criteria for becoming a candidate in the Antigua Labour Party. Brothers and sisters, the old people say that birds and browns of a feather flock together. All people warn us that we are known by the company we keep. And you must not be fooled. Do not be fooled, brothers and sisters. Because whether they want to pretend to change their party name, however they're clothed, if they're not coming to you in the blue and the yellow, you got to reject them. Brother Lovell has everything to offer you. We must continue the development in City East. We must continue the development in Antigua and Barbuda. And the only set of people who are ready, who are trustworthy, who are capable, who are committed, and who have the capacity to do that are the men and women of the United Progressive Party, led by none other than Winston Baldwin Spencer. As I get set to take my leave, brothers and sisters, as I get set to take my leave, on Sunday, I want to encourage everybody to make your way down to Fry's Beach. That is our party's home for fellowship and festivities. And you don't study what you see on the road, because it's just one big poppy show. It's one big poppy show. Because when you listen to that clip by Chocolingo, and he want to take out his leader, and he going kill for kill. If they can do that to each other inside, what they wouldn't do to people like me and you. And I want to send a message to them. If Chocolingo or Gaston Brown or Asad Michael or Chet Tech Green or Melford Nicholas or anybody else running against any UPP candidate feel that you have our Prime Minister on the neck arm. Which neck arm? Our Prime Minister has you under his feet. And come election day, the people of Antigua and Barbuda will crush you. They're going to send a message that they reject you, because we understand that leadership matters now more than ever. Baldwin Spencer, the United Progressive Party, all the way on election day. Good night. I love you. Bless Antigua and Barbuda. Keep it in safe hands with the United Progressive Party.